All right. It's great to be back at the stand, back in New York City. Everybody here live in New York? Yeah, I used to. Now I'm in Suburban Hell. Things I have to deal with now are like dogs crapping on my lawn and crappy restaurants. I'm an Italian from North Jersey, so 2 words you never say to me. Thank you. Olive Garden. Full disclosure, I did go one time on a date. So I ordered I ordered cannelloni, which is the giant tube pasta filled with ricotta and sauce. You can't screw it up. This jabroni comes walking out with a plate full of burnt sauce with 2 gray tubes floating in it that I swear were for inside the toilet paper, cardboard. And I'm trying to cut it. And she goes, "Oh, is it too al dente?" I said, "No, it's too al shite." But that's a dilemma about food, right? Why is it that so much of the food that's bad for us tastes so good, right? Doritos, Cinnabon, they should put crack on the label of Reese's peanut butter cups, as far as I'm concerned. White Castle is nasty, right? Unless you're really drunk, you're smoking a bit of weed. And then it's magically delicious. Until about an hour later, when White Castle becomes White Gasol. I ate that shit about an hour later. I'm walking around my house like the one-man band. Sorry, I didn't mean to crop dust you over here. But but guys don't care. Like, for us, farting is like an Olympic sport, right? Women, thank God, are at least daintier, a little more polite about it. I've been married 6 years. I've heard my wife fart twice. Both times in her sleep, and both times she blamed the dog. That wasn't me, it was the dog. I'm like, yeah, well, some guy must have snuck in and was playing trombone on your side of the bed last night because the dog slept downstairs. We had such a fight recently. I was like ready to walk out the door. She goes, "I hope you die a slow, painful death." I said, "So you want me to stay?" She got mad because I said, "You think that cooking, blowing, and fucking are cities in China?" And she didn't like that too much. But and then I got a 4-year-old son named Rocco. He's out to get me too. But I tell you though, from the mouths of babes, right? From the mouths of babes, he told me something I didn't know about myself the other day. And I didn't know this. He said, and I found out that I was a poopy head and a toilet face. And which was astounding to me, because up until this point, according to my friends and family, I was a shithead and a fuck face. But all this time I was really a poopy head and a toilet face. But he's like I said, he's out to get me. And when I walk in the house, it's like coming into Home Alone. You know, there's bowling balls, tripwires, flamethrowers. I have a nickname for him. I call him my Oompah Loompah cock blocker. He's out to ruin our sex life and succeeding. Like, when my wife's in the room, he's an angel. Great kid. The minute he leaves the room, he turns to me and starts going, "Oompah, loompa, doompa-doo, there ain't gonna be no booty for you." And he's right, parents, right? The kids keep me up all night. You're too tired to have sex. Recently, I rolled over my wife and I tapped her. I'm like, "Hey, you want to fool around?" She goes, "Oh, God, I'm tired." "Go ahead if you have to, just get it over with quick." And I'm like, "Okay." You know, I'm like, after 6 years, that's considered foreplay. So I roll over, I grab a condom. Yes, we still use condoms. I roll back. She's out like a light. She's asleep. And I'm sitting there holding it. I'm like, "Well, she did say I could." So I slap it on, I climb on top of her, I fall asleep. Now, fellas, has this ever happened to you? And I hope women, you haven't been unfortunate enough to witness this. Do you ever fall asleep with the condom still on? And you wake up the next morning and it's still on? It's so pathetic. It's like, it looks like those giant weird tubular figures in car dealerships with a sail just like flopping around. It's pathetic. But, yeah, my wife and I, we just had a little, again, I said we were having a fight, and just recently, like I said, the kid's killing our sex life, and we had another dry spell, and one day she was bending over me in front of me, picking up a can of beans, and I couldn't take anymore. I just gave it to her right there. And she wasn't really happy about it, and neither were the owners of Key Food. And we can't shop there anymore. My wife's watching me do stand-up for the first time tonight. I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, I'm sure. I'm Joey Borzotta. Thank you so much for coming out. Ciao.